Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Too Cute for Cancer, and my name is Jody. And I have been living with cancer for the last 20 years. I am now stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, triple negative. And the cancer has spread to my bones, my spine, and my lung. So that's where I'm at in my journey. And as of recently, I have turned down chemotherapy and I am focusing on a holistic way of life and more palliative care. So that's just to kind of catch you up in a nutshell. That's where I'm at. All right. Today's topic is just that. I am at a point in my journey where I have done a lot of chemotherapy. I've done everything. I'm going to drop a link up here so you guys can catch up, so I don't have to reiterate the whole thing for this video. But basically, what I have asked my audience to do, my viewers, my family, I call them, you guys, is to support me and help me with my eating. It's a holistic plan that I've been researching for the past couple, 3 or 4 weeks. And first off, just let me kind of tell you what I've come up with before we get into, before I tell you what I've decided for my actual plan, eating plan. I'm gonna move you guys a little bit closer so I can, got a full view of Jody's chest right there. Sorry about that, guys. I'll have to edit you out. All right, so first I wanted to start out with some statistics. We are an over-nurtured population, to say the least. Everyone is so worried about how they're going to get their minerals and their proteins and their this and their that. And we, as a nation in America specifically, are overnourished. We have more fat in our bodies than we actually need. And it is doing a lot of damage to our bodies. So it says 3 out of 4 people are obese in America. That's like being thin is not, it's the exception, not the norm anymore. So to be at a healthy weight, you are actually special. So that kind of struck me as like, wow, that's not good. Let's see, skinny people that are at their lean weight, not what people say, oh, I feel good at my weight, but the actual medical number that is made for their bone structure and height and weight, that weight, have 3/4 less cancer. That is huge. So basically, we are eating ourselves into cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and not all cancer, but a lot of cancers, they have been linked to the way we eat, our environment. Yes, there are genetic factors and such. So that was, to me, it's if we can cause our own cancer, or if we can partake in at least a portion of it, maybe not be completely, we didn't give ourselves cancer for sure, but something in our environment did support it, then that means to me we can do something to reverse it. So that's where my thinking is on this. So anyway, fat, being obese, overweight, contributes to diabetes. Now, everyone always says sugar does, but actually it's being overweight that does it, not just like eating a lot of sugar. Sugar is the result, the glucose level is the result of something that you have to keep down and you have to keep measured. But the actual cause of diabetes is not eating too much sugar, it is being too fat. So that's for type 2 diabetes, not type 1. Type 1, you are born with a pancreas that does not work. And I'm type 1 diabetes, and I was born with the pancreas that doesn't work. So, but being fat does not help my diabetes at all. All right, so anyway, as I'm like studying and I'm learning all about the things that contribute to cancer and the growth of cancer, I am like finding hundreds of doctors, cancer doctors, not just like guru doctors that, went through chiropractor school and now are nutritionists. No, I mean actual medical doctors and scientists that are specialized in the field of oncology. I have listened to, I want to say 15 to 20 different interviews in just this past week. So I'm kind of on information overload, but pretty much they all start with the same thing. Being overweight is not good for cancer, diabetes, your bones, anything. Okay. Eating sugar is not good for cancer because it is actually doesn't have a direct correlation to where you eat sugar, then all of a sudden your cancer is growing everywhere. It doesn't work quite that way. But it does show that if you eat cancer and you eat too much sugar, if you eat too much sugar and you have cancer, you are making your body a hospitable place for the cancer to grow more easily. And that is there are lots of studies that are coming out that are actually proving that. So, and also there is a Nobel Peace Prize that went to the man who developed the PET scan, where you put they put the sugar in your system, and then they take pictures of where it goes because it automatically goes to where your cancer cells are and your tumor is. So anyway, he actually won a Nobel Peace Prize for showing that sugar does impact cancer. And people will say, oh, it doesn't directly, just eating sugar is not just going to, all of a sudden your cancer is going to go crazy. No, that's not, it doesn't work that way. But studies are showing that the less sugar that you eat, if you do have cancer, you are making it harder for that cancer to grow and spread. So there that is. All right. Okay. There was one doctor that kind of stood out for me. His name is Dr. Moss, and he's a famous researcher on cancer. He has written so many books, you don't even want to know. I mean, just crazy. And he is famous for writing a book that says Chemo, the industry that cancer failed. I think I wrote that down wrong. I'm gonna have to look it up and put it down there for you guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, he was a whistleblower back in the 1970s when this new chemotherapy came out, and they were doing a bunch of studies and stuff on it, and they said that they told everybody that it didn't work, and the study didn't work, and this chemotherapy was no better than the other two chemos that were already in existence. Okay, well, this doctor actually was in the research lab, and he found out that was not true, that this chemo was actually better than the first two chemos. And then he started researching to why it is the industry did not want people to know that this new chemo was there and working. Well, as it turns out, chemo in cancer is a big industry money-wise. And what it all turned out to be is there was a group of doctors and big pharma did not want people to stop using these two chemos, and they didn't want people to get better, basically, because it would lose some money. So this doctor, Dr. Moss, he went and he blew a whistle on this group of people, and they went to court, big old thing, and they ended up using the chemotherapy that we now know as Taxol. So anyway, that was a little bit of a history there. So this doctor has gone on to write all these books on cancer and how the cells divide and all this chemistry stuff that I really don't understand. But anyway, he says, and he says that he thinks that we could control our cancer by what we eat. We can cure all diseases by what we eat. If we eat a whole food, plant-based diet, and I'm not talking vegan diet where there's vegan fast food and stuff in a box and frozen this and that. That stuff is just as bad as regular whole animal foods. It doesn't do you any good other than you don't kill an animal. But whole food, organic, clean eating, try to eat most of your veggies raw, he said. Doesn't kill as many enzymes. Bentley, shh, you're okay, buddy. He thinks I'm talking to him and he wants me to get his toy out. Anyway, so he supports a whole food plant-based diet. And he gives a lot of different reasonings for it. Okay, so then I studied another guy, Dr. Patrick Quinlan. He's a PhD, a cancer nutritionist, oncology nutritionist, and he has worked for the Cancer Centers of America and written 17 different books and about getting healthy with once again whole food plant-based diet. So he says eat your fruits, your veggies, your nuts, your seeds, your avocados, your healthy fats, and he says drink your water and you're good to go. You got everything you need from nature right there. All right, so then he wrote a lot of books and a lot of studies and such. And it just, like doctor after doctor after doctor, research after research after research. But yet, my doctor, my oncology, won't even talk about nutrition to me. Although she is a vegan and doesn't eat any meat and she eats whole food plant-based eating, she will not at all say, she just, chemo, radiation, surgery, period. Give it a pill, make it feel better. There's no like taking any kind of responsibility in your care. It's more just go to the doctor, get a pill, and hope and pray it works. So basically, this approach is a lot harder, I would say, than sitting in a chair and putting a needle in your arm. Although it'll make you feel a lot better, I'm sure, than putting a needle in your arm, but it's a lot more work. And I think that a lot of people go to doctors and they want to be fixed. They don't want to go to the doctor and have the doctor say, well, guess what? You don't get to eat hamburgers anymore, or French fries, or chips, or, none of that anymore. You get to, you have to go shopping and you have to get fresh foods, and you have to learn how to cook, or you can't drive through the fast food anymore. Nobody really wants to hear that from the doctor. They're in pain, they're suffering right now. They just want the doctor to write a prescription and get it over with, right? That's pretty much the way our culture has kind of been. So anyway, another reason I I think, just be based on what these doctors are saying and scientists. They're saying $3.7 trillion a year in healthcare for diseases. Just think about it, if we could heal or cure, I'm not just talking about cancer, I'm just talking about everything in general. If we could cure all of these diseases, all of this trillions of dollars would not be spent. And all of these people would be out of jobs. And it just, I think a lot of people are against, they don't really want to acknowledge the truth. They don't want these studies to come out and show that, eating a vegetable and getting more vitamin D could solve, this or that. They don't want you to be able to change your diet and not buy insulin. That is extremely a huge moneymaker, by the way. There's just so many things that I think are against the whole food, plant food, heal yourself with veggie concept. I think a lot flies in the face of that. And anyway, so for myself, I am learning a lot about what vegetables and everything that will strengthen my body. But basically just all greens, anything that comes from God's green earth and organic is what you should be doing. Now, this is the problem. I want to do this, and I have been eating vegan for quite a while, but since I had my surgery on my mouth and I am still in the healing stage, I had a bone graft done, and I have 4 different screws in the top of my mouth, and they have to heal. I can't put any pressure, I can't chew anything. I have to have like soft like baby foods. So, and I have to do that for 4 more months. It's been 2 months and it's supposed to be 6 months. So I've got 4 more months to go on that. So eating veggies and all that is just pretty much out of the question for me. So what I've decided to do, I did some research and I've got this vegan powder, protein powder that has no sugar. It's just all wholesome goodness. And I've been doing that with half a banana and a couple teaspoons of peanut butter. And I'm gonna change to nut butter, better butter, because peanut butter is not really good for you. And then I put almond milk and ice, and that makes a really good smoothie. So I'm gonna keep doing those, and then I'm gonna start juicing more. I've been doing kale, romaine lettuce, cucumber, and a green apple, and doing 1 drink a day. I'm gonna up that to 3 drinks a day, and then make a vegetable stew or soup. And that's what I'm gonna do for the next 4 months. And then fruit smoothies, I can do fruit smoothies. So anyway, I'm gonna do vegan, mushy foods, mushy everything, kind of what I've been trying to do, but I've been blowing it and having sugar. And and no sugar, that's a big deal, no sugar. Natural sugars are fine. And hi baby, wanna say hi to the camera, huh? Wanna say hi to the camera? Okay, all right, out of the way. Sorry about that. Bentley had to have his love. So for right now, that's what I'm gonna do as far as eating. And it's gonna be really hard, Bentley. It's gonna be very hard because it's hard not to want to have like cake in a mug because it's soft and warm and gooey, but yet it's full of sugar and dairy and, and it's hard not to just get like the no sugar added sherbet, because it's like, well, I can't chew anyway, I'll just have that. So it's really gonna be a challenge for me to, stay vegan and only do the green juices and the protein shakes it's gonna be hard, but I am going to do it for the next 4 months, and then after that, we'll start on some really good, yummy recipes with all whole food, plant-based yumminess. And another thing is, I am going to be taking some supplements that I have been vitamin D supplements, B12, zinc, magnesium, vitamin C so far is what I know I'm going to be needing. And then I will, turmeric, I put that in my, and ginger in my juices. That's really good for overall health and everything. So anyway, that is my plan for now, and I'm gonna ask you guys to support me in it, and I will juice. I'll show you how I juice and what I do and different variations and everything. And I'll show you how I make my protein smoothie and show you the brands that I use. And in addition to that, I learned through watching all these doctors is that if the people that are able to exercise with cancer, when they have cancer, they are 7 times more likely to go into remission. 7 times more likely. That's crazy, right? Bentley, oh my goodness, he is just going crazy. Throw that and get him out of the way. Anyway, so even though my bones are kind of fragile and I don't want to fall and I can't run, I am going to start walking and lifting light weights and doing yoga. So that'll be my exercise, and I'm going to try to build my strength up that way. And anything else that I find that goes along with, overall well-being, I'm going to, I'll let you guys know and I'll introduce it to you. Any supplements, anything like that, I will drop the links below and you guys can check them out. Now, with all of that said, I have had some people say, Jody, why don't you just eat what you want and enjoy life, because all those vegetables are not going to kill your cancer, not at this stage. Okay, I get where you're coming from and I understand it. However, even if I'm wrong and I'm not really sold that all this is going to cure me of cancer, but I am sold on the fact that I might live longer if I treat my body better and my immune system is stronger. Also, I will feel better. My pain will be lessened, because I know the times that I have had like dairy and cheese, like on vacation and stuff, instantly my joints are hurt a lot more. And Bentley, silly dog. Anyway, so just for pain control alone, I think this is going to be worth it. So I don't want to just sit back and eat whatever I can and want, because number one, I'll get fatter, and the fatter you get, the more pressure on your bones and the more pain you will be in. So I want to take charge of my life, what's left of it. If it's 6 months I have left, then I'm going to do my very best to be the healthiest I can be with what I've been given and the knowledge that I'm learning. And also, from a Christian standpoint, because many of you know that I am a strong believer in, I feel like God gave me my body to take care of, and He didn't say, here's your body, tear it up because you're going to die soon anyway, just whatever. No, He said that my body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. And, are you okay, Bentley? Bless you. And as a temple housing God, I feel like I have a responsibility to make sure that my temple is strong and clean and pure and healthy as it can be. So that's why I am not just saying, I'm going to eat everything and anything because I'm going to die anyway. So I hope that answers some of you guys' questions that did ask that question. I got like 3 or 4 of you that asked that question, why I didn't just, enjoy life. But I believe that I will be able to enjoy life more by eating the best I can and nourishing my body the best it can be and keeping it strong so it can cross that finish line, and not fall over it. So if that be 4 months from now, be that 6 months, if that be 2 years, whatever, I want to finish strong. So there you have it. Okay, you guys, that is my spout off for today. If you are not following me on my journey and you want to follow my cancer journey and my life's journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And the more the merrier, the more support the better. And set that bell to notifications so you don't miss out on anything fun. Because this last Wednesday, we did a get ready with me makeup. That was kind of fun. And if you don't set your bell to notifications, you might miss it. So you guys take care. I love you all. Thank you for the kind messages and the prayers. I take them with me daily. I read every single one. I try to get to you guys and answer all of you, but sometimes it's too much. But I do read them all and I do appreciate them. So that's it for today at Too Cute for Cancer, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye, you guys.